Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. In a striking tribute blending British tradition with rock history, the band of the Coldstream Guards performed Black Sabbath's Paranoid outside Buckingham Palace, honouring the late Ozzy Osbourne. The unexpected musical moment unfolded as thousands of fans lined the streets of London for the singer's funeral procession. Osbourne, the heavy metal pioneer known globally as the Prince of Darkness, died on July 22nd at the age of 76. An emotional Sharon Osbourne was joined by the couple's children, Jack, Kelly and Aimee, as they paid their respects during a city centre parade before laying floral tributes at the Black Sabbath Bridge. Birmingham paid tribute to its most iconic musical export by renaming a canal bridge the Black Sabbath Bridge in 2019, honouring the band's deep roots in the city where heavy metal was born. The bridge, located on Broad Street, now features the Black Sabbath Bench, a heavy metal structure etched with the band's likeness and the inscription, Geezer, Ozzy, Tony, Bill, made in Birmingham, 1968, a lasting symbol of the city's pride and its homegrown legends. Footage of the Coldstream Guards dressed in full ceremonial uniform captured them performing the 1970s anthem with drums, trumpets and horns in front of a stunned and appreciative crowd. One fan described the scene as a unique and powerful tribute, adding, "It's incredible to see the Coldstream Guards perform Paranoid, truly a blend of tradition and rock." Another simply said, "Fantastic. Thank you for honouring the Prince of Darkness." A former friend of Princess Margaret has slammed as ridiculous the claim that the late royal suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome. The allegation appears in a forthcoming biography by Pulitzer Prize-winning author Meryl Seacrest, who suggests Margaret may have lived with the condition due to heavy drinking by the Queen Mother during pregnancy. The book, Princess Margaret and the Curse, An Inquiry into a Royal Life, draws connections between the princess's reported struggles, such as migraines, mood swings, and difficulty learning to write, and symptoms associated with the condition. But the claims have provoked a swift backlash. A friend told the Daily Mail, "It is truly bizarre to suggest that everything that happened to the princess can be put down on how much the Queen Mother drank while pregnant. And not just bizarre, but ridiculous. Her life was not one long tragedy. She was an intelligent woman with a wide circle of interests and friends and was a mother and grandmother." Critics online have echoed that sentiment. Biographer Christopher Wilson dismissed the theory as crazy, and one royal supporter called the claims disgraceful, praising Margaret as beautiful and elegant, witty, fun and feisty. King Charles may be enjoying a quiet retreat at the Castle of Aimee in northern Scotland, according to a subtle clue shared on social media. The castle's official Instagram page posted on July 24th that the estate and its gardens would be closed to the public until August 8th, just as the king made a nearby public appearance in Caithness on July 28, attending a reception at Scrabster House to mark several milestones in the region's nuclear industry. The Castle of Aimee, located near Thurso, was originally purchased by the Queen Mother in 1952 after she fell in love with the then dilapidated property. She restored it over the years and spent several weeks there each August. Her grandson has kept up the tradition, visiting regularly over the years and previously serving as president of the Castle of Aimee Trust. While Balmoral may be the better-known royal holiday home, the Castle of Aimee holds a special personal connection for King Charles, and its temporary closure to tourists strongly suggests he may be there now, enjoying the peace of the Scottish coast before the family's traditional summer gathering at Balmoral later in the season. King Charles has earned praise for championing inclusion and diversity across the royal residences, with Windsor Castle hosting several historic firsts over the past year. Among the standout events was an open iftar during Ramadan, marking the castle's first ever celebration of the Muslim fast-breaking tradition. Organised with the Ramadan Tent Project, the evening welcomed 350 guests to St. George's Hall. Omar Salha, the project's founder and CEO, told the BBC, "The King is an excellent ambassador for this cause and is committed to community cohesion. We are incredibly grateful for his support toward the British Muslim community. Earlier this year, Charles and Queen Camilla also marked the beginning of Ramadan by meeting members of the Syrian community at a London restaurant. The King's support for diversity extended to LGBTQ plus recognition as well, in a first for the King's Gallery at Buckingham Palace. An event in October honoured LGBTQ plus History Month by exploring queer figures in the Royal Collection. An accompanying online lecture titled Queer Art and Artists in the Royal Collection was hosted by Alice DeQuitt, Assistant Curator of Prints and Drawings. These initiatives highlighted a new report by the Royal Collection Trust reflecting a growing emphasis on inclusion at the royal palaces. According to a new biography titled Sophie, Saving the Royal Family, author Sean Smith claims that Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, chose not to attend Diana's funeral in 1997 because she looked too much like the late princess. She had an obvious and reasonable excuse, a palace source reportedly told Smith. Sophie decided it would be too upsetting for the crowd if she went. She's well aware that she looks like Princess Diana from a distance and made her decision in a caring and thoughtful way. The royal family fully supported her. At the time, Sophie was still Sophie Rees-Jones, the future wife of Prince Edward. She was often compared to Diana due to their similar cropped blonde hair and striking blue eyes, a resemblance Sophie herself acknowledged. "I don't deny that we do look alike," she once said in the 1990s, "but I couldn't ever compete with Diana's image. I'm not Diana." Sophie's absence at the time went largely unnoticed. More palace in just a moment. If you enjoy true crime, please check out our new podcast from Calaroka Shark Media, your friends here. It's called Celebrity Trials, and it's covering all the trials going on in the United States at the moment, along with some classic trials to fill in those weekend gaps. Check it out. It's out daily, and it's called Celebrity Trials, bringing you inside all the sensational coverage. We do try to mix up the stories and give you a break from Meghan Markle news, but the Duchess of Sussex has forced our hand. Today, the former podcaster and cooking show host has announced the return of her sold-out rosé, this time with a fresh 2024 vintage. Released under her lifestyle brand as ever, the Napa Valley wine will be back in stock next week, following the swift sellout of the 2023 edition earlier this month. Meghan shared the news via an As Ever newsletter, along with a warm note reflecting on summer, sunshine, and the joy of clinking glasses with friends. "Now it's time for us to fill your glass," the message read, describing the 2024 rosé as an elegant medley of delicate yet memorable flavor, and calling it the perfect companion for sunset dinners, barefoot or dressed to the nines. Photos of the brand's Instagram showed the latest bottle being poured on the California coast, promising a coastal spirit in every sip. You may want to hang out online, endlessly hitting refresh as you were trying to get Taylor Swift rockets, because, as ever, Originals wine launch sold out in under an hour. Meghan told People earlier this year she doesn't see herself as an influencer, saying, "I see myself as an entrepreneur and a female founder. If the brand ends up influential, then that's great." Fortunately, the Sussexes are safe after their home was under a tsunami warning following the huge earthquake in Kamchatka. The west coast state of California, including Montecito, fell under the U.S. National Tsunami Warning Center's tsunami advisory issued on Tuesday night. Could your surname hint at royal blood? MyHeritage thinks so. The genealogy platform has released a list of 35 surnames that might suggest a noble or royal connection, encouraging curious users to trace their family history and perhaps uncover a link to the crown. Names like Windsor, Tudor, Stuart, and Plantagenet will make the list, unsurprising given their deep ties to the British monarchy. But others, such as Darcy, Percy, Neville, and Spencer, may also signal aristocratic ancestry. The list spans centuries and borders, including houses like Bourbon, Romanov, Medici, Orange, Nassau, and, whether you like it or not, Sussex. And there you have it. Try to email us. Our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a nice review if you're enjoying the show. I am Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.